Right, guys, let's hope I've turned the restricted chats off so you can answer some questions. I hope I've done it. I'm sure I have. If not, I'll try again, because I'm not one to give up anything so easily. Let's see. So, Dan, if you press your alarm bell, don't know if you have or not, can somebody drop me a comment just to check if I've successfully had restricted mode on, and that's what it said. I've not streamed for well over 12 months, so I'll wait for somebody to pop in, or if there's somebody watching in the background, whether it's a troll or not, could you let me know if me comments are switched on, please? I mean, Dan should come back on, I would imagine. I've made him a trusted person on the channel because I've got a lot of work to be doing with Mr. Dan Hurst. A lot of work over his 19-year-old brother. Well, normally you gotta wait, even though I've not got many subs, even when I had a couple of thousand subs on my older channel, I used to have to wait a little while for a thingamajig for the algorithm to kick in. And the more you come on, the more YouTube sends people your way. That's why I normally stream 2-3 times a day for 2-3 hours a time. But we'll see. No doubt it'll probably be a fucking troll first. But as long as I know the comments are on, we can get, a conversation going then, because that's what it is, this. It's not no set. I mean, it's about drugs and addiction, recovery and mental health. But still, I'm not Nostradamus. I need to be asked a question to give an answer if I know the answer, even though I cannot give medical advice out because I'm not trained to do so. But this is therapy for me, and it's giving a bit back for the bad things I've done in the past, especially in my years of drug addiction. So I'll keep checking the top fans. It's a bit soon yet. I've only just, I did say I'll be back on in 15 minutes. Only took me 2 minutes. YouTube told me what it was. I had restricted mode on. I thought that was just blocking like the bad language, but obviously not. It was blocking the comments, if that is what it is. I mean, there's welcome to live chat. Yeah, Stan, welcome, kidder. Now we're working. It had bloody restricted mode turned on. See, you're on, and it says 0 on the little man thing. Oh no, you've popped up now. Listen, mate, what you told me before has touched me a little bit, and we're going to try get this kid sorted. That's what I set up the channel for, to help. I'm not going to point it at a certain person so people don't know who we're talking about, so there's an element of privacy, if you understand what I mean. So if somebody presents a problem to me, yeah, people might see it to start with, but I won't keep mentioning the name of where the problem is coming from, so that people don't know who we're talking to, even if it's the real name or not. Unless you say otherwise, you don't mind, then neither do I. But I'll do I'll do till 10 o'clock, I'll do another couple of hours because it's a channel where I need people to kind of ask me questions to give answers. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure yet, mate. I'm not sure. I don't give timings out on here. I'm not too sure at all. But a little while. A little while. If you got any questions for me, mate, I'm sure it was you that was listening to me. Well, it was. Because when I press top fans, I'll press it now. And it says 50 XP. And you've dropped 2 comments. So you must have dropped 3 or more. But it said, it's weird. It said it only had so many views. But there was 35 chats. My numbers are all over. Some are fucking going on with this phone. I'm sure there is, mate. I'm sure there is, but we'll see. It's got a NordVPN on it, but even they can be pierced. I mean, I've done nothing wrong to anybody to thingy, but you know what trolls are like. You know, some of me analytics are going on that, come from that Discord, WhatsApp.com. No such thing. It's WhatsApp. WhatsApp.com is a fake WhatsApp, which is unmonitored, unfiltered, you know, so it's fucking shady. So you got to be careful on these live streams on YouTube. I mean, nobody knows where I am because I've moved. Even my ex-partner who was at my old place 2 weeks ago doesn't know where I am. So that's irrelevant. But people can pinpoint your phone. There's all kinds of these smartphones are called smartphones for a reason. They're fucking smarter than us, mate. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to come on drunk, and because I used to come on drunk sometimes, and you know, people used to blame me for a certain thing, and they used to go off on one and threaten them and this and that. That's not the way to go about things, is it? You get yourself in trouble that way. Either yourself hurt or you can end up hurting other people, and that's not what I want. I just want my channel to thrive. In the end, it's a 5-6 year plan. This, you know what I mean? 5-6 year project. I mean, I can't put 9 hours into it every day, can I fuck? But, you know, I can do at least a 3-hour live stream a day. But I'm going to be on for, so I'll just do a little while now. Where are you from, Dan? Part of the world are you from? I don't want your postcode, like, but what part of the world are you from? You're from Manchester, lad, yeah. My old fella, my dad lives in Manchester. Eccles. Right, so, he's been using since he was fucking 12, oh my God. Well, I'm not being funny, mate, but you don't get given heroin for free from the age of 12 to his current age of 19. So that I can categorically tell you. Yeah. So he's doing something for it. I mean, I don't want to start shouting all over the internet that he's fucking drug dealing or anything like that. Even if he was, I wouldn't shout that. You know, we're live on YouTube. The world's watching. Or could be watching. Could watch. But it's a problem, mate. He living by himself or not. He needs frog marching to drugs council, and you know, or to put in a rehab. Surely, I mean, they do tend to lean a lot towards the younger ones because, you know, like me now, if I got back onto it, they'd help me because they help you, but you know, they put more resources and more money and more help into a young kid of his age because he's still got potential at that age, if you get what I mean. He's still got potential. But it's heartbreaking to hear that, mate. It must be gut-wrenching for yourself as well. It really must be. It's so let me just read that. Okay, so my brother has been using since he was 12. That's what he was saying. He's getting his drugs from his friend. He lives by himself. How do I convince him to stop? Should he be? I mean, if yeah, at 19, you should be living by your own. You should be doing your own thing. You don't ask. It shouldn't be, but it's nothing wrong with it. But if he's what you calling it, if it's making him use more, and you've got a room for him, or a parent, or whatever, and you can get him away from that friend. I mean, you can only do so much in this. My family tried all kinds with me, and it took myself to decide for myself. Don't forget to press the like button as well if you can, guys, when you come in, or on the way out, whichever. Hold on, I have to move places, and when I get there, I don't think I can chat, so I can ask questions now. Can you answer them in 10 minutes? You don't have to. I don't understand you. Hold on, I have to move places, and when I get there, I don't think I can chat. So can I ask questions now? And can you answer them in 10 minutes? You don't have to. No, I don't have to do anything, mate, but I would. But you don't have to chat anything. You're only typing, aren't you? I'm doing the speaking. But yeah, they can hear me. I'll get you. But I'm just waiting for my lift anyway now, because to be fair, I've only done this for you, because the comments was turned off, and I knew you'd sent me comments, and I knew it was about a sticky situation. But yeah, if you want, I'll answer them in 10 minutes. If you got questions for me, give us a shout in 10 minutes, lad. Not a problem. Not a problem at all, my friend. Yes, well, guys and girls, this is Beat, Drug and Mental Health Issues channel. I'm just starting out. I'm just trying to give my experiences, bad experiences, if you like, to go to young people, old people. What do you mean, what mode? What mode do you stop? What does that mean, mate? What mode do you stop? Don't get you. What made me stop live streaming? You must have heard it, if that's what you mean. I set up, I ended that stream, put it to public, and then come straight back up, fix the problem. I had the restricted mode on, so I couldn't, nobody's comments was coming up. But then I pressed top fans and I seen your name. Oops, I mean, what made you stop using? Oh, my daughter, myself, but my daughter, losing my daughter in 2018 was the catalyst, was the thing. But I done it for me. You can only do it for yourself. Like your brother can't do it for you, or your parents, or your loved ones, whoever they are. I don't want to get too personal because I don't know your circumstances, but he can only stop if he wants to stop. And if he's been in the game since 12 to 19, that's 7 years. So they say normally it's a 10-year cycle. Mine was just over a 10-year cycle. And if you look into it a little bit more, You will find out a lot what I say it comes true. I mean, I don't know everything, but it's better coming from one addict to another. So maybe if you can get him on, if you can get him on, and maybe I can have a little chat to him and tell him what the drugs done to me and what the drugs made me do. Maybe we can not scare him, but maybe you can say, he's 19, so he's a young man. So maybe he'll think it. But I can do this anywhere. I'm going with my sister shortly for the night, very shortly. But I can live stream anywhere, mate, because I'm on a mobile device. I'm not on a desktop computer. I'm on a mobile device, so anything I can do to help you, in my power, to help you, I can do it. Well, do you know what, mate? It can be one or two of, it can be good or it can be bad. If he's going to court on Friday, example, he gets a prison sentence, right? That is what's called a forced detox. So in other words, you have no choice. You've not done it because you wanted to. You've done it because you've been forced to, okay? So they don't count. I mean, some people stay clean after they come out of prison. Other people get straight back on it the day they get out. But to do a detox and get yourself clean and stay clean is one thing. That's because you want to do it. But having been forced to do something, i.e. going to prison, he's had no choice, has he? So I mean, listen, if it was my brother, I'd want him to go to fucking prison, as long as it wasn't for something too severe. If it was only like a little shoplift in a few months, then I'd want him to go to prison and see if he could stay clean. Maybe get round as a family and offer him support, but don't let him take advantage of that, if you know what I mean. So don't let him think, oh, I've got the support now, I'm going to use these. Oh, I need one bag, I need one. No. But yeah, so it could go one or two ways, mate. At the end of the day, I'm not going to ask because it's not my business what he's going to court for. But if he's never been to court before, or if he's never been to prison before, then he's never had a forced detox. So it can work for some people. I often say, what works, everybody knows this, what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for the other. So, but one thing's for sure and two things for certain, if he did get clean, he needs to go on Buvidal, which is an injection you have in your tummy. It's a blocker. Every 3 months you have it. It's Subutex, but in an injection. And you can use as much drugs as you want, and heroin, and it won't affect you. But often people come off heroin, and I've just got somebody off alcohol, a week detox, self-made detox between us. The guy's 60, I won't mention his name. I've just left him now in my old accommodation, but I hope he sticks to it. But he could lean to something else. So if he smokes crack and he gets on Buvidal, there's no blocker for crack yet. So, but there's a blocker for heroin. So he might lean more towards the crack. There's loads of different avenues and, things that could go wrong and things that can go right. There's a million different ways, mate, that this one could go. I mean, on my last channel, I think I got 7 people clean me Whether they're still clean today, I don't know. Whether they're telling the truth, I don't know, because I'm on YouTube. Didn't meet none of them in person. But one girl was one of my first followers, and she took a nephew down to the drugs place, and he was still clean the last time I spoke to her. Well, I don't know if this is a good thing or bad thing, but he was an idiot. He was an idiot. I don't know why. He will never tell me, but he burned his flat down. Burned his flat down. Fucking hell. Well, he's going to be getting a long time in prison if he's burned his flat down, mate. Do you know what? It's weird, ironic. I didn't burn it down. I had a psychotic episode one day. I'd been smoking crack all night, copious amounts of it, and I lit a marigold. I thought somebody was tapping on my window. I lit a marigold. I put it to the fire alarm to get them off the window. There was nobody on the fucking window. And I got 27 months. I got the intent dropped because there was no intent to cause damage or harm. But I did get 27 months for reckless arson. But if he's burned his flat down, then, if it's his first time in court and he's on bail, then he won't be going to jail on his first time. He'll have a preliminary hearing, he'll have a plea and case management hearing, and then he'll have a trial, or he'll throw a guilty plea in. I mean, if he's banged to rights, guilty plea, even though it doesn't matter what his solicitor says, because criminals are just pawns in their game, and the longer the trial goes on, the more they get paid. So very often they misinform you, misadvise you. So even though you don't know me from Adam, I'm not benefiting one bit from telling you this. But a solicitor will very often tell you to not throw guilty in, and on the last minute say, oh, things are not like blah blah, throw your hands in, you'll get a third off. So if he's burned it down intentionally, it's not looking good for him, and it's not looking good for him even if it was unintentionally, unless he's got a mental health problem and he can prove it. 3 psychiatrists have got to rule it, unanimously, to say that, and then he'll get an hospital order. But then the problem is you've got no date. You've got no expected date of release. Maybe he fell asleep. Maybe he fell asleep, couching, as it's known in the drug game, and burned his flat down by accident. But my one was a mental health thing, and that didn't help me. I mean, my solicitor told me I was looking at 9 years. That's another thing they tell you, that you're looking at a lot more, so it looks better on them when you get a lot less. So you just can't trust these solicitors these days, or barristers. You got to fight for yourself in court if you're having a trial in the Crown Court or the Magistrates Court. Because the solicitors just play you at it. The more they're in court, the more they get paid. And then once the legal aid certificate runs out, towards the end of the trial, then they come in £5,000 bunches if it is legal aid he's having. I mean, even when you pay for your own solicitor, which I've done once, barrister, then they still tell you the same thing. If I was to cut a court again for anything, which I'm hoping not to, I'd represent my fucking self, mate. I really would. I'd represent myself. Because they just tell you those No, sadly, it was called CTV carrying like a fuel can or something like that. That's why I got caught. Fuck you know. So that's a big. Why is he not on remand? That doesn't sound too thingy to me, because if he got caught carrying a fuel can or something like that, you're saying, and that's why he got caught, he would not be on the streets. He would have been remanded in custody and charged up and remanded in custody straight away. So maybe he's telling you some lies, because that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right at all. You get remanded on that, mate. RIC. Bail spelled with a J, not a B. I feel sorry for the kid, to be fair. I know you don't know the whole thing, mate. You can't know the whole thing. There's a lot of things you don't know by the reading between the lines, like I'm doing just right now. There's a lot of things you don't know the whole thing, mate. But arson's a naughty thing, naughty charge. I got blamed for doing something to a certain place one time, and genuinely it wasn't me. You know, I've said it was me in the past, just out of foolishness, but it wasn't me that time. But my flat, that was me. And that was a mental episode, but I'm nowhere near. I'm not poorly now. You know, I'm on I was on medication or nothing, and now I'm fine. Not fine, but I'm very stable. You know, I feel for the kid. But he was seen caught on CCTV, he might not have been. Well, I don't know. If he was carrying something, he'd have been on remand. If he wasn't carrying something, but he was caught on CCTV, and he was only going to his own place, then he's got every right to be caught on CCTV, because he's only going home, isn't he? So if he's said there, you have to go, when will he be on next? Press your little bell, mate. That'll tell you. I'm not too sure. You press your little bell in the corner, and you get a notification when I go live again. That's what people generally do. So I'm very intermittent when I do live streams, me. Very intermittent. You know, I'm not a creature of habit. But anyway, thank you for coming on, Dan. I hope what I've said to you has made sense, and you've got a bit more clarity to your situation. So, and I hope it goes well for your kid, mate. But by the sounds of it, he's looking at a few years in prison, mate. You know, God bless he doesn't. Hope not. But from what I'm reading, then it doesn't sound too good, to be fair, mate. But wish him all the best from me anyway. And if you go in, I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you when I see you, mate. I'll you're not on here, obviously. I'll chat to you when I chat to you. But it's been nice chatting to you, and I hope you get a resolution to it at some point. I'm waiting for my sister to pick me up. My sister's fella, should I say. And then that's me then out the door. And I'll be streaming when I'm there anyway, because Australians and Americans and different time zones come on there. Well, me too, mate. If he gets a long sentence, he probably will. You know what I mean? I thought it was a shoplifting matter, And thanks for putting your thing into me, mate. Asking, your personal thing. I can tell you're worried. I can see you're worried. Oh, sorry, should I say I feel that you're worried. But take care, mate. I hope everything goes well. To the new people, I've just been speaking to a guy. Yes, Pat. How are you? Pat McDonough. Please don't start with all that stuff that was happening on the other channel, please. I can't be doing with that. I really can't. I've been told off my baby's mum, if you are who you think you are, you'll know who she is. That is a certain other person, and I'm no longer being blamed for such an incident. I'm not going to go into it. I've said on this channel, I ain't going into it, period. But, yeah. Just been speaking to a guy there. His brother's committed an arson offence. And it's a bad offence to commit. But you don't get bail if you get seen carrying a fuel can to commit an arson. So there's something wasn't right. But another thing I'm not going to be doing on here, folks, is coming on if I've had a drink, which I very rarely do have a drink these days. But when I used to come on having a drink, saying nasty things, threatening and all the rest of it, there's going to be no more of that. I just want to help people who've got mental health problems and drug issues. I've had a lot of trauma in my life. A lot of it. And I just want to give a bit back, basically. So, where are you from, Pat McDonough? Manchester, I take it. I've got to go to fucking Asda tomorrow and buy some new bedding. I'm sat on the bloody floor. Normally, when you get a new place, you get a bloody quilt. My last place where it just was before, there was a new quilt on the bed, bedding on the bed and everything when I got in. So I've got to buy my own this time, which isn't no problem really, but in supported housing, you'd expect to think, I just couldn't get on. I mean, I'm not scared to admit it. I couldn't get on properly in the last accommodation. I just couldn't do it. It's only one staff. But it's a lot more helpful. So there's a few staff on in the day, and then one on, not two on at night, sorry, but a few on in the day. And they help you with all different stuff. If you got an appointment, they put it in the book, so you don't forget, and things like that. You know what I mean? But So where you from then, Pat? I know Pat McDonough, but Pa McDonough, Patrick Pa, but maybe obviously it's a different one, maybe. Just because you're a McDonough doesn't mean say you're from Manchester. McDonough's predominantly from Scotland. Anything with MC is a Scottish name. People think it's Irish McDonough, but it's not, it's Scottish. Yeah, when it goes, when the comment section goes to 0, not the comment section, when the little man goes to 0, that's like a little bug that YouTube put in on purpose, so you stay on longer. That's what it is. But yeah, that's what I was in the days, and I was just thinking. I just had a stir fry for my tea. So you get food made for you here. You don't in the other place. Yeah, so I'm gonna, even though it's got nearly 2,000 subscribers to the channel, there was just so much negativity towards it, and so much upset and blame and all the rest of it. I just don't think I want to go on that channel again. I often check how's it doing. You know, it's monetized, but that's not the end of the world. I am hoping to get this monetized in the end, you know, so it can just pay for me travel. There's nearly $600 American in the other account, so I know my login details from the Buy Me a Coffee app, so I can draw it out into my bank. But I've already bought the GoPro camera now, so that's my first city I'm going to, Manchester. But I'm not going to the city centre and preying on the homeless and embarrassing them on camera. I'm going to go around the suburbs, the estates and stuff like that. You know, and just see. Well, it's not so much drugs, mental health mainly. I'm not going on private estates and inquiring about drugs. I think I'm fucking police. So it's different with a phone. You can do it with a phone, but with a GoPro, you know, a lot of people have problems when they go on GoPro. You still haven't answered where you're from, Pat. I'd say either Scotland or Manchester, or even the one that begins with an S. Could be you. Who knows? You never know who you're talking to on YouTube. You know, I put my name to it and my face to it because I don't have anything to hide. You know, there's a lot of people come on and swell, and they're on fake accounts, and they make threats and they do this and that and the other, but it can be a fake account, but your phone can still be cell sighted, as you know, short-sighted, and the IMEI number can be used for numbers you've called before, texts you've received, all the rest of it. So there's an element of security that comes to YouTube, don't get me wrong, but you never know who you're talking to. But if it is true, what that Dan has just been talking about, I picked a few holes in it, to be fair, but he could be telling the truth. But to start using at 12, that's very, very young. So he's 19 and he's 7 years in the game. Well, saying game, not game, is it? Yeah, it's game of life or death. Russian roulette. That's what it is. I just want to help people, not get involved in anybody else's business anymore, which I've done in the past. And it just gets you lands you in trouble, or can land you in trouble, you know, especially when it doesn't have anything to do with you, you know. So I'll be very careful what I say on YouTube in future. That first channel I had taught me a lot of lessons. And if you don't make mistakes, you don't learn lessons, do you, in life? It's impossible to learn if you don't make mistakes. Purely impossible. Is that you, Annie? That's Pat. I'm only going to ask you the one stuff. If it is. No, it isn't. You know. I thought something was a bit moody because Becky said she doesn't see you, she's not seen you for ages. And then when I took a phone that I paid for, and she got me arrested for nothing, because she had a bottle of pink fucking gin. Why should I pay for somebody a phone when they're going to get me arrested for nothing? So we just both wiped it all. But there was a photograph of a certain friend, Annie, on a day or two before she went to my other address. I was always moving. This was only thingy in the post. That was interim accommodation. If you don't know what interim is, it means temporary. It didn't have like a walk-in wet room. The shower was too small. You know, it just wasn't suitable at all. So I was there for 8 weeks, I think. 10 weeks maybe. They told me I'd only be there for 4. But these supported places are few and far between. It's quite difficult to get in one. You get a social worker, adult social worker, which I've got. Yeah, so listen, even though there's 0 on the board, I'm still going to continue for a bit. I'm staying with my sisters tonight because my nephew's not long since had a new baby a few weeks ago, and I've only seen him once, and that was for 5 minutes. He'll be in bed, I'll be sleeping now, but I'll be up early in the morning and hopefully give him his first bottle. Which I'm really looking forward to. I just wish everybody a happy, fulfilled life, and you can't help being mentally unwell, but you can prevent yourself from getting on bloody drugs. Told a certain person that went to my last gaff, don't bring them dodgy things here. And she did. She just wouldn't listen, After knowing what happened to me a few years ago. And she's doing the same thing. Some people just either just pure ignorance or just are not bothered, you know. But I need questions to come up to answer. Yeah, so that Dan, said his brother was on early when he was 19. Then he said he started at 12, but his friends are giving it him. No, you don't get given. Yeah, you might get given it to get hooked on it, but you don't get given it for nothing. Whoever he is, I don't know who he is. So he must be doing something to feed his habit. There's certainly nobody else. Nobody else feeds it for you. Yeah, I stopped. Yeah, that he asked me that, Dan. It was on earlier, but the comments was blocked, so I just took the restricted mode off. That didn't even know that was on. I'm on mobile data. I'm not Wi-Fi, and I had the Wi-Fi turned on, so it wasn't downloading me things. It's a learning curve, really. But as the subscription base goes up, and the watch hours goes up, and the algorithm goes up, I'll start getting more people. But I have two phones. I've always got one at the side of me. It's a Google Pixel, and that's for a reason. That's for because it's like a hybrid. It's a cross between an Android and an iPhone. So yeah. What time is it? She's coming at 9-ish. So I'm ready to just go. Ready for leaving. Need a change of clothes, socks, everything's there, shower material, towels, all there. I'll get up in the morning early, have a meds, have a shower. See our kid, our JJ. I won't say his name live on YouTube. He's not my son. Yeah, so come on, guys. My analytics are telling me that there's more people. I tell you what, I wish you could have picked the fucking bed up from that last gaffer. It was lovely. The headboard was about 4 foot tall, like a crushed velvet one. It weighed a ton. The bed, you could tell it was built, but they'd put it in there to last. So I might get myself a sleigh bed. Something that's comfy and built to last. Like the last one, you could tell they'd put them in there, so they don't need to keep replacing the mattresses or the bases. Grey crushed velvet, it was lovely, it was. This place is not as clean, it's not dirty, like, but it's not as, that other one was new. I think I was probably the first, second, well, not many people have been in the room before, since it'd been recarpeted and redecorated and furnitured. But it won't be long before I end up with my own flat. So, yeah. Hi, Pat McDonough. Elaborate, love. You're bloody alive. Swaying, full of alcohol. None of that stuff. Finished. Some Dan asked me the turning point for you. What made you stop? And I said my daughter. It wasn't. It was me. You know, I've not had drugs. Probably had drugs maybe a handful of times since 2018 when Lottie was born. I even gave up when Jacoby Lee was born. Oh shit, I shouldn't even mention the names, but it's done now. I shouldn't even mention when it's not my biological daughter, the first one. My biological mother. She was pregnant when I first met her. And obviously she didn't know whether she did or not. I don't know. I believe her. She said she didn't. And so she never knew. So I provided everything for that child. And she sends a message saying, "Oh, I've only got lots of you," knowing full well what that'd mean to me. Because I've always classed her as my firstborn. Biological or not, doesn't matter. Maybe somewhere deep down, if you'd soul search deep down, your biological child, your first one, and a girl as well, may not mean more, but you might have, like, it's a funny one to say this, but without sounding, but it's like not got more love, but just it's a different feeling. That's it. Not more love. It's a different feeling. Completely different feeling altogether. Well, I need some questions, guys. I'm not going to be off much longer, but I'm not going to be on for long, Dan, if you're still watching in the background, mate. Okay, so my brother has been using since he was 12. That's what he was saying. Well, that's not what he was saying. You must have known that. He's getting his drugs from his friend. He lives by himself. How do I convince him to stop? Should he be living by himself? Well, yeah, but clearly he needs help, doesn't he? He's from Manchester. Hold on, I have to move places. And when I get there, I don't think I can chat. So I can ask questions now. And can you answer them in 10 minutes? You don't have to. Don't have to do anything, mate. What what made me stop? Oops. I mean, what made you stop using drugs? Well, I don't know. Is this a good thing or bad thing? But he's going to court on Friday. I told him a forced detox is a forced detox. It's not done by choice, but you can still stay clean when you come out of prison. It's a difficult one, drugs. People don't understand. People just label us. People just label us, but they don't understand how difficult it is when you relapse. Like family members, people like that, they don't realise how difficult it is addiction. He was an idiot, I don't know why, he will never tell me, but he burned his flat down. And then he said, I never thought of that, maybe he was on drugs when he was doing it. And I said to him, maybe he might have fallen asleep with a cig in his hand. No, sadly, he was caught on CCTV carrying a fuel can. That's what I don't know. He's caught signal blocker. My phone doesn't cut out like that unless there's a signal blocker on site. Can't block calls though. Okay, thanks, that's helpful. I hope he stop using when he comes out. So do I. I hope he doesn't get jailed to start with, but it looks looking like he will. Arson's a bad charge. I got blamed for doing a bad arson years ago and I said I did it when I didn't. Just because I was a young kid thinking it was a had. But the one in my flat I done. But that was when I was suffering bad mental health, which I'm not now. So that's just an impossibility. But yeah, I'm gonna be going shortly, guys. There's not much going on in the chat. My phone's getting quite hot as well. I need to set the MacBook up. Oh, what is Pat McDonough's squirrel patch? I wonder. Yeah, so like I say, I can stream anywhere. Doesn't matter where I stream. Even streaming with my sister, so I just put the lamp on when nobody's in bed. I do, but when nobody's to talk to, I just normally bounce, but I do know that there's people listening in the background without pressing the watch live button. But everything's marked on YouTube. It's good really that they put safety, like community guidelines and safety in Thingy. Like a text message, if you send a text and you delete a text message, it leaves a footprint, like a photograph, an email, all that. It's weird. I tried to put an implant in us a few years ago to act as a passport, medical ID, police ID, all the rest of it. Name, date of birth, so you just had to put a finger to your arm, like a fingerprint machine. But like, I don't know what it would have been, what type of machine, but it got refused. Against the court of human rights. So what they done, they brought fucking smartphones out instead. But smartphones can be just as advantageous, just to work to your advantage, just as they can work to your disadvantage. So luckily I don't do anything wrong these days. I just get by, Try to be nice to people. And if you're nice to people, you very often find that people are nice to you. But the world's not. I've had some bad luck in my life. Been at the wrong place at the wrong time on numerous occasions. Numerous occasions. Both on drugs and off drugs. You know. But at the moment, I'm feeling well. I'm feeling okay. So you out there, sleeping in the background, maybe just doesn't want to come in the live, don't want to use your data, I don't know. You still come up as though you've been watching. You still go on the lead, or not leader, but on the thingy list, the view. You still class as a view. And watch hours, you still class as them as well. But there's only just under 60 subscribers on this new channel. Like I said, I could go back to my old one. The SIM card's on its way. But then again, I'm going to have to go back and get it. Unless I get it sent here. But it's like there's loads of negativity going on, and it was really, really hurting me. I won't mention what it was, but it was something I was getting blamed for that I had nothing to do with, and it really, really put me in a bad place for a long, long time, and somebody I loved as well. I would have still been with that person today, I would imagine. Yeah, so 44 years of age, and I can't hold a 10. Driving past, obviously, with a signal blocker, because that happens. I mean, obviously it's not for me, but people use signal blockers for all different things. Everything's got a stipulation, has got a manipulation. Everything. Apple tags can be put in the fucking inside of your jacket without you even knowing. And they're meant to be put on purses and handbags for fucking, in case you lose them, so you can track it. Well, it's quite surreal, really. People, criminals, to manipulate something that's meant to be there for safety reasons or handbag or your purse, and you're trying to prevent it. It's a safety measure, isn't it? There's actually 0 people in altogether, and I'm not sure, but I'm not. Let me check some out. No subscribers joined 2 months ago. That's a bit shady. That's quite a bit shady, yeah. There's a good few people on my subscription list. Got 1 subscriber and stuff, but some people, you know, don't go on YouTube channels or don't subscribe. Mainly they've only subscribed because I put a few shorts out to get to the 50 so we could live stream, which I'm going to stop live streaming soon and pre-record. Pre-record. The only thing with pre-recording is editing. Takes quite a long time, but there's an app called CapCut, and there's another couple that my nephew's gonna put on my phone. So we'll see what happens. Let's see that other one. See how channel activity on that. Yeah, 1 year ago, 1 subscriber. No chat messages in the past year. Yeah, tells 1,000 stories, you know. YouTube is very clever. They list every single comment that everybody asks. Didn't do that last time. Let me check that one more out as well. 11 years ago, no subscribers, no chat messages in the past year. Record Diara, 67. So joined 11 years ago, no subscribers. That's that one. There's only 3 people posted, but there's 4 likes. Even them, you know where they come from. So that one. Channel activity, moderated activities in the past year. None, no deleted messages, no timeouts, no hides. The other one, channel activity, joined 11 years ago, no subscribers, no deleted messages, no timeouts, no hides. See, when they just say hi, you never used to be able to do any digging on them. But obviously, since I was last on, you actually can now. So Pat McDonough joined 2 months ago. No subscribers. Moderated activities in the past year. I always record it on another phone, my lives, just for security reasons, really. But back in the day, last time I used to think, see that Dan joined a year ago, 1 subscriber, which is me. And then I go to me, press the arrow to the right, and all these comments come up. I'm just reading something, guys. That's all. I'm always ready, me, anyway. I ain't getting any trouble. Not that I will, but I'm always ready. Not to catch, you can't catch me napping, trust me. Sleep all day, up all night, me, guys. Nocturnal. Usually, yes, I don't know what. See, what I don't want to do is I don't want to, even though he's wrote it, or whoever it is wrote it, I don't want to read it out for everybody else to hear. Because even though it's saying that there's no thingy in, trust me, there's people listening. Use for me, what way do you stop drugs? What way do you stop? Hold on, I have to move places. And when I get there. Oh, so he's a traveller then, isn't he? That Danhurst. Places. Hold on, I have to move places, and when I get there, I don't think I can chat. So can I ask questions now, and can you answer them in 10 minutes? It's a bit strange. Asked him where he's from, he said Manchester. Okay, some brother has been here 12 years. How long do you want to be on for? As long as the fuck you want, mate. As long as I need to be, should I say, for that matter. Yeah, if you want to know, guys, even if you just drop a hi now, you can still be have a bit of digging into you. They must have picked it up. You never used to be able to do that. But that's who I was getting all the hassle off that time. People that had just opened fresh channels and joined a couple of months ago. When did I set this channel up? Only 2 weeks ago, actually. It wasn't 2 months. 2 weeks ago. But everybody that's written a comment on it is fucking shady. But then again, it's YouTube, isn't it? You never know who you're talking to. See, when I had loads of subs, I'd get like the Canadians and the Americans and the Australians on at this time. So what I am gonna do, when I get told kids, I'm gonna what do you call it? I'm going to put a load of shorts out. Because shorts travel much quicker than live streams or videos. Much because of the channel pages, channel feeds. And when you mention mental health, they know it's a topic that needs a lot of, work going on to it. Like Tyson Fury, look at him. He's a big advocate for mental health. Massive. Doesn't need to be. Doesn't need to be at all. But he does it as he's fucking hell. He's not just a multi-millionaire, he's got hundreds of millions. And knowing him, he's probably put it into good investments. So probably fucking doubled it. He won't be surprised if he's a billionaire, him. Because he still stops shops at Lidl on holiday. All the bloody money he's got. Yeah, so when I get to more subscribers, I'll get some mods on. I will get some mods on. And it's just a hobby. It helps me. I'm not just trying to help other people. It helps me as well. I don't have anything to hide from people, me. I'm hiding from nobody. I wouldn't go on fucking YouTube for the world to see me. If I was hiding, I'd stay bloody low, wouldn't I? Do you know what I mean? But, yeah. You won't catch me on here again, well, what I don't, none of these, I don't know, because I've not met many of them. But, not, I've not smelt any weed since I've been here. Oh yeah, they have once the first day. But, like I said, I would have been there a couple of days. 3 days, 4 days. Just one sec, guys. Get the chopper out, this thing, cabbage, now. Better be somebody, than somebody. Be back with you in a sec, guys. Guys and girls. The thing I didn't want to be doing, if I'm totally honest with you, was moving closer to Southport from where I was living. I didn't want to do that, really. But, like I said, why not? Well, I didn't really want to, but I didn't get given the choice. I would take it or wait for fucking months and months. And, it was a lovely little room, ensuite room. Neighbours wasn't too bad. But I had to. Last time I was on Lord Street, I had the shock of my fucking life. And that was on the 31st of January, I think it was. 31st of January 2021. Shock of my life. Which tells you there's life after death. Let me tell you, there's something there. I'm not really a religious person, don't get me wrong. But things happen for a reason. Mysterious things happen. I've learned that. They really, really do. But this is just an introductory live stream, this, guys. I will be doing loads more live streaming, but I am going to mix it up and do some GoProing. I don't know whether to get the one that you just carry around in your hand. In fact, there's a strap in the box. I've seen it. You can either carry it around in your hand, or you can strap it to your chest or your belly or something, or over your shoulder. Well, it's got to be level, aligned, obviously. But you got to strap it so somebody could drive past on a bike and snatch out your fucking hand, or push it out your hand or whatever. So if I do have it on the stick, I'll have it in front of me like that, rather than up there or up there, or even up there. I'll just have it in front of me. It's never going to pay, this YouTube. You gotta get fucking hundreds of thousands of views per video. It's never going to pay. It's just a hobby. And it's just to give a little bit back. But I need to put more shorts out to get traction to my channel, to get some of my old friends back on. But as for you, Pat McDonough, you're fucking moody, mate. 2 months. The last time I was having trouble with threats and all the rest of it. It was off channels like that had been set up 2 months ago. I'm just trying to think, that was 2 weeks ago. I said not even 2 weeks ago. Start of April. Just turned the start of April. I started this YouTube channel. I don't go on Facebook, very, very rare. The app's uninstalled. I do go on Messenger when I need to. WhatsApp when I need to. But there's been views on this channel that's come from Discord, which is used for putting malware on your phone and that. There's different types of WhatsApp. There's no such thing as WhatsApp.com. Well, there is, but the fake ones, like WhatsApp.com, WhatsApp UK, no such thing. Well, there's such thing, but they're not legit. WhatsApp, that's it. Plainly just WhatsApp. And that's all. People drive around with signal blockers for various different reasons, especially in the bigger cities, Liverpool, Manchester, you know. But one more time it happens, I'll get myself ready. Not that I've done anything wrong, like, but you've gotta be ready. If you're not ready, you're fucking wrong, aren't you? I had the loose lips telling the police the other day when she got me arrested. They've got a fucking gun. It's a massage gun. How was it a gun? And it's clearly a massage gun. Come on, Louise. It's 9:15. She's not here for 1:30. We can get a taxi over. You know, obviously, if you don't notice, I've not even got bags under my eyes anymore, guys. That's how well I've been doing. How clean I've been keeping myself. Not even got a bag under my eye. There's no filters on it. You can't do. I was gonna promote a channel on here, because that'll just link us together. Woman, which I fucking did at one point, and the last girlfriend was just a cocaine addict. You know, putting nothing into the relationship was taking. And the other one was the same, but just with different drugs. It's like, when am I gonna fucking learn? Do you know what I mean? But there's been no people in analytics. How many people in the background? I've learned a lot about YouTube since I was online. You can still go on to Beat Mental Health Issues together and have a look at it, and have a look at all the views he used to get. But I never got them early on. I had to build towards it. Like the plane. It's when I was in Italy. I wasn't in the psychiatric unit in Italy at all. I just didn't want to tell a certain somebody who I was with or whereabouts I was, because it was none of her business. And she come here on a snooping mission. So what she comes to Liverpool for? On a snooping mission. Asking me for a tenner a night to go to King's Place fucking fish and chip shop to get a fucking fish and chips. And as soon as it realised I couldn't be bled for dough no more, and I'd learnt my lesson, yeah, albeit the hard way. But it's better than learning it the hard way than not learning it at all, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? This is this is not even just not. It seems like it's stalled. Let me have a play around with the features. See what it's saying. I might have a game of sandwich. No, I'm gonna go shortly. I'm gonna go shortly. jump straight in bed, put the lamp on, and do a few shorts. Could have had a camp with Amy Boy, but it's a bit late now. And plus, I don't like getting involved in other people's troubles, so, you know, there's been a lot going on over there for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't want to be in the fucking firing line. It's the last thing I fucking need. But yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give it till time, and then if there's no more comments pop up, I'm gonna lock off, shut down. What's my battery saying? Tell you what, it's got a fucking belter battery, this phone, mate. Yeah, it doesn't have to take its time. Last time I was on, these have got Wi-Fi in here, but I don't like using their Wi-Fi. Even though I'm not doing anything wrong, they will have. I'm getting my own box fitted when I pay £55 a fucking month for a phone. With 300 gig of internet. 300 gig. Oops. You make me laugh, you know. Whoever's just coming, put a comment up, guys. Let's see who you are. Gone. Yeah, it's quite, it's funny, like, it's far from funny, but, you know, I was on that Dan Hurst. I was on him, seeing as he knew, you know, seeing as he knew that I was switched on. And I was picking holes in him. You see him done a bouncer. I would have liked to have helped him if it was real. But you never do know. You never do know what is real and what isn't real on YouTube. Only time you get to find out the specifics is when you log out to your live stream. Then you yeah, just looking at some of them. I'm just gonna play one of them games, but shorts are the way forward. To let people know that I'm back on. And I sort of wind up in my gull, fucking about out the way, mate. Too far out the way, really. I still could, because my dad's lived there for 40 odd years and I've got connections, obviously local connections. Oh, Louise wants me to go back to St Helens, but I don't want to go back there. There's nothing there for me. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. And all the fucking old rained on me fucking van. Cheeky cunts. They had blew the injectors on it. Come straight from the AA. I knew who that was. I was warned. Don't buy a fucking Ford. Even a fucking 150 grand Land Rover can be wanted. Skeleton and gone. If you want a fucking want a van, that's a safe van to have. You just can't steal them. Let's put them on a low loader and strip them, but you can't be wanted. They're the most secure. I was warned not to buy Transit Custom, but it had a new engine in it, brand new engine. I just had a new servicing, new pollen filter, new air filter, new fuel filter, new diesel filter, yeah, fuel filter. Yeah, new fuel filter. Had the oil drained. And then fucking my mate said, try and sell it. I wanted to lift the engine out of it. 12,500 miles ago, I had a new engine. I phoned WeBuyAnyVan.com. He offered me fucking 47.50 for it because of the engine. And when they come, he said, I've got to put it on get into sixth gear. I was in Runcorn at the time. He said, we'll have to go on an expressway, linkway, so we can put it into sixth gear. And fucking, he said, the injectors are going. Might be a turbo as well. Wasn't the turbo, it was just the injectors, fortunately. So yeah, we got the engine lifted. I was advised as well to keep the VIN number away from the engine. Just let them know you got proof. The V5, the receipts, the lot. And certain types of people will come and fucking take it in a heartbeat. So I was advised how to sell it. 2,500 for the shell. 7,500 for the fucking engine. Clutch, actually. Because he had receipts for the new clutch. So he wanted the clutch and he even wanted the fucking pedal, the cables, the plates, the lot. 500 quid to get it stripped, but I'll get the engine lifted. 2023 engine, fucking 12,500 miles. XAA van with 152,000 on the clock. And I know what happened there. He didn't forget to put the oil in that. That was the most important job, to refill it with oil. Luckily, the housing in the oil carries a couple of litres. I paid 50 fucking quid for 4 litres of oil. Gasoline, or something, the cheap one. Well, I'd say less if it was fucking Castrol. That was only cheap oil. 49.99 for 4 litres, mate. I just put 3 in. And there was still blue smoke and everything billowing. I topped up the AdBlue, everything. Quick as fuck. Wet belt though. That's the only problem. The owl, not the smiley, the one after the smiley. Not the one after the smiley, the one after that one. The first one with the left hand side of the wheel. That model is the best transit. But 2018 is the worst ones to buy, apparently. So yeah. Right, so I'm gonna shut off, guys, and I'm gonna put a few shorts up, eh? Why not? If I don't get nobody in the next few minutes, I'm gonna put a few lives up. Half nine. So obviously she's using an excuse. Baby fell asleep. Off. I'll just come in the taxi then. No one spent time with me great nephew, first great nephew. Can't believe it. But that scouting mission, she went that last place on. Baby's mum was all over there looking for cameras and everywhere. There's a fucking house right opposite where I was staying with a big massive camera, doorbell footage everywhere. Not that it matters. I didn't give a fuck about cameras when I was active. So I can't see people being cared about them now, to be fair. But there's no people in. We're expecting some Australians or Americans to come in. But I'll have to throw a few more shorts out. Well, not a few more, a good few more. I think you can put 20 out of there. So when we're going to be getting stuff into what time we get there, I suppose. That Pat McDonough guy, or woman, 2 months ago. Please get me. That's a fucking God, I'll bless the SOS button. I'll get fucking help and I'll fucking start. I'll fire first, me. And that's not a fucking threat. That's just protecting myself, that. Because everybody's innocent. Everybody. But apart from that, such your head. You know, you get a tin of something and his second name's Ed. I'm led to believe he's the fucking protagonist. So I'm led to believe anyway. But you can't take anything she says as grace. But she was definitely sent that gaff on the scouting mission, for sure. Lifting her legs up after we had sex. Oh, done it with Lottie. What the fuck? Who does that? Who does that, mate? It's my own fault. I shouldn't have even gone anywhere near her. After losing two kids like that and throwing all the fucking blame on me. But never mind. We live and we learn. Right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Peas that are peeking in the background. There's no viewers on. There's only people in the background, so I might as well not talk to myself any longer. I'm going to cancel the live as of now.